Right then, Japan, the land of the rising sun, a place with old traditions, exciting culture, and amazing technology. From the snowy top of Mount Fuji to the bright, busy streets of Tokyo, Japan is a real experience. But just like going anywhere new, it's important to respect local customs. Today we'll look at 5 things you shouldn't do in Japan to make sure you have a good time and it don't upset anyone. Remember, traveling isn't just about seeing new places, it's about understanding different cultures. These unspoken rules are what really help us connect with a place. So come with me as we explore Japanese manners so we can travel around this amazing country respectfully. First up, we're going to the center of Japanese cities where things are surprisingly quiet. Here, people are very respectful of shared spaces. Unlike some noisy cities, conversations, especially on public transport, are very quiet. Imagine cherry blossom petals gently falling on a calm pond. That's how quiet you should be in public in Japan. Loud talking is seen as rude and bothersome. And it's not just about talking quietly. People in Japan don't make long phone calls in public either. They send quick messages or wait until they're somewhere private. This is all about being considerate of others. So, when you're traveling around Japan, remember to be quiet. Walk softly, talk quietly, and keep your phone calls short. In the quiet, you might just hear the real heart of Japan, a place of respect and understanding. The Japanese culture places a high value on harmony and tranquility, especially in public spaces. This is evident in the way people interact with their environment and each other. For instance, in parks and gardens, you will often see people enjoying the beauty of nature in silence, allowing the sounds of the environment to take center stage. This practice extends to other public areas like libraries and cafes, where maintaining a peaceful atmosphere is paramount. Even in bustling urban centers, there is an unspoken rule to keep noise levels down. This cultural norm is deeply ingrained and reflects a collective respect for communal living. By embracing this practice, you not only show respect for Japanese customs, but also get to experience a unique aspect of their way of life. So next time you find yourself in Japan, take a moment to appreciate the quiet and let it guide your actions. It's a small gesture that goes a long way in fostering mutual respect and understanding. Now let's head to the Genkan, the entrance to a Japanese home or traditional place. The Genkan is a small area just inside the front door where you take off your shoes before stepping into the main part of the house. Here, taking off your shoes is really important. It's not just a custom, but a deeply ingrained practice that reflects the values of cleanliness and respect. Think of a home as a special place where you leave the outside world behind. The Genkan serves as a boundary between the outside and the inside, a place where you can symbolically and physically remove the dirt and stress of the outside world. The Genkan is like a doorway between the dirty outside and the clean inside. It's a space that helps maintain the purity and cleanliness of the home. When you step across the Genkan, you're leaving the outside world behind. This act of removing your shoes is a way to show that you respect the home and its inhabitants. This custom is very old and is practical too. It dates back centuries and has been passed down through generations. By taking off your shoes, you help keep the home clean and free from outside contaminants. Tatami mats, which are made of woven straw, are common in Japanese homes. These mats are delicate and can be easily damaged by dirt and hard soles. Taking off your shoes keeps these mats clean. Walking barefoot or in socks helps preserve the integrity and beauty of the tatami. But it's more than just that. It shows respect for the home and the people who live there. It's a gesture that signifies your appreciation for the cleanliness and order of the household. So when you enter a Japanese home, remember to stop at the Genkan, pause for a moment to take off your shoes and arrange them neatly. Take off your shoes carefully, place them neatly in the designated area, usually with the toes pointing towards the door, ready for when you leave. It's a sign of respect. This simple act of removing your shoes and bowing as you enter shows your understanding and appreciation of Japanese culture and traditions. Chapter 3. The Heartfelt Gesture. Service with Unspoken Gratitude. Our exploration of Japanese etiquette now takes us into the realm of service and gratitude. In Japan, the concept of service is deeply rooted in their culture and traditions. It's not just about fulfilling a duty, It's about creating an experience that leaves a lasting impression. In many places around the world, people expect tips as a form of appreciation for good service. However, Japan stands out as an exception. Here, tipping can be seen as rude. The act of giving extra money can be interpreted as implying that the service provided was not up to standard and needed additional compensation. Japanese people take immense pride in their work. Whether they are chefs, meticulously preparing food, hotel staff ensuring every detail is perfect, or taxi drivers providing a comfortable ride, they all share a common dedication to excellence. They see service, whether in a restaurant, hotel, or taxi, as something special. It's a reflection of their personal honor and commitment to their role. Imagine an artist carefully making a beautiful pot. Each stroke, each detail is crafted with precision and care. That's the kind of care Japanese service workers put into their jobs. Every action, from setting a table to plating sushi, is done with a level of dedication that is truly remarkable. Tipping can feel like you're saying their service isn't good enough. It can create an awkward situation where the genuine intention of gratitude is misunderstood. Instead of giving money, say, "Arigato gozaimasu," thank you very much, with a small bow. This simple gesture is deeply appreciated and understood as a sincere expression of thanks. This shows your thanks much better than money. The mutual exchange of respect and gratitude creates a meaningful connection between the customer and the service provider. So, when you're in Japan, don't tip. Embrace the local customs and show your appreciation through words and actions. A simple thank you is all you need. This heartfelt gesture of gratitude is the best way to honor the exceptional service you receive in Japan. Chapter 4. Order in the chaos, the zen of queuing. Now let's look at queuing in Japan. Here, queuing is done properly. Forget pushing and shoving. In Japan, queues are orderly and respectful. Imagine a line of people waiting calmly, each person standing a good distance from the next. That's a Japanese queue. Pushing in is very rude. Waiting your turn is about respecting other people's time. So, when you're in a queue in Japan, be patient. Follow the rules, keep your distance, and don't rush. Sometimes the best things take time. Chapter 5. The language of gesture, hands that speak volumes. Lastly, let's talk about hand gestures. In Japan, even your hands can be rude. Pointing, for example, is seen as confrontational. Imagine someone pointing right at you. It feels a bit rude, doesn't it? Instead of pointing, use an open hand, palm up like you're offering a gift. Also, don't beckon someone with your finger. This can be seen as disrespectful. Instead, wave gently with your open hand, palm down. So remember, your hands can say a lot. Be polite and respectful. So, we've learned about Japanese manners. These aren't just rules, they're part of Japanese culture, showing respect and consideration for others. By following these customs, we can have a much better experience in Japan, really connecting with the country. So travel with an open mind and a kind heart and enjoy Japan. Before you go, check out the link below for helpful travel tips to make your trip smooth and fun. Happy travels!